class 5. This is the last part of the chapter Wet Wealth. I hope you have understood the chapter, and in this last part I will be explaining from the last portion of the page number 21. So if you have the book, please take it out and turn to page number 21. In the last that video, I told you about dams and the usefulness of reservoirs and dams, and in this video I am going to explain you about check dams. Already I have explained in the previous chapter a little bit about check dams. So now what are these? As you know that these are the dams, but these are very low and very small dams, and we don't get this type of dams throughout the India. We get this type of dams and especially in drier parts of India. Okay. This can be of cement but are also often made of materials like stones, wood and mud that can be found in surrounding areas. This can be, as you know, that means dams which are huge wall. These are generally made by the broken stone, sand, cement and water. And just like that, these are also, though these are small and low, but these can be also made by the stones and wood, cement and also some other things which the people can get very near to them. When it rains, these dams prevent the water from flowing away too fast. As I have told you while I was explaining dams, so why these dams are building? These dams are building to control the water supply of the river, to control the to monitoring the water of the river. Okay, so when it's, and why here it is also the same purpose, and here it is written that why we are making this small check dams. This because when the rain will come, so we can these dams can prevent the water from flowing away too fast. As you know that these dams are generally we get to see in the drier parts of India. So when the rain comes, so it's very much important to store them, to utilize this water in proper way. So that is why the small check dams are very useful in the drier parts of India. Okay, so when the rain comes, so these dams are preventing the water from flowing away too fast. Okay, so as if it will be if we waste this water, so we will lose the water. Okay, because these dams are generally made in the drier parts of India, and in drier parts of India you know that water is very essential. Now check dams are very useful because why these check dams are useful? Number one, people get water from their needs, obviously, because the people are getting the water from this reservoirs, from these dams. As the dams are holding the water, as the dams are using the water, are helping the water to sustain over there. So number one. Number two, the stored water help to recharge the groundwater, and this storing the water can also recharge the groundwater. Okay, when this storing, that means water, with the help of the water which we are storing with the help of check dams, so this water can recharge the groundwater also. The groundwater, maybe this water already we don't get. Okay, maybe the river also already dried up, but with the help of this that means recharging, this water can also be get. Okay, so these are the that means usefulness of check dams. Now students, you see this here, it is written, did you know, at the topmost part right hand side it is written, the Arvori river in Rajasthan was completely dry. Now see why these check dams are very important. Here we can get the that means the reason. Okay, the Arvori river in Rajasthan, it was completely dry. About 30 years ago, people built a pond near its source and then several small check dams along its course. So people made, it was a river but it was completely dry, but before 30 years people made one pond near its source, that means the starting point of the river. And then suppose like it is a river, this is the Arvary river, the base of the Arvary river, it was dry but people make the pond over there at the starting point. Okay, and then what happened, and several check dams near just along the path of the river. Okay, there are the check dams. Okay, several check dams. Now what happened, over many years the ponds and dams recharged the groundwater. Rainwater stopped seeping into the ground and stayed on the surface. When this happened, the river began to flow again. What happened, over many years the pond and dams recharged. This pond is also here and these dams are also here, so they are recharging the, what happened, recharge the groundwater. As these are the, suppose like these are the ground and these are the groundwater, here it is the groundwater we get, and when this groundwater we get, so these, because of these ponds and this, because of these check dams, we also have heard that, we also learned that how this groundwater we get. So with the help of these ponds, this chicks water, the groundwater also we get the groundwater. And when the rainwater stops seeping into the groundwater, into the ground and stayed on the surface. So already this groundwater is filled up. This ground is filled up with the water because of these ponds and this check dams. So what will happen when the rain will come? So this rain will that means the soil will not absorb too much water because already this portion is filled up by the groundwater. So what will happen then? The river will get the water. Okay. So now in this way, after so many years, people make the flow of the water in Arvary river. Okay, clear? Now we are going to read about rainwater harvesting. What is that? It's very important thing. Even though rainwater seeps through this into the groundwater pools or it's stored the reservoirs, a lot of rainwater still flow away. Though we are trying to get this water to store the water, but many water just flow away. Okay, there is much of water, it's flowing away. This is why rainwater harvesting, saving rainwater without wasting it. So now what is the meaning of rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting means saving rainwater without wasting it. So it's important, it's very important. To save the rainwater without, that means totally wasting it. Different parts of India have different ways of harvesting rainwater. Okay, throughout the India we are doing rainwater harvesting. For example, how we are making these things. Number 1. In many places, huge open tanks are built to store rainwater which can be used as whenever it is needed. People in many places, there are many open huge tanks, and when the water comes, what will happen? This water will fill up this portion, that means open tank with the water, and after that people will use this water. That is called rainwater harvesting. In towns and cities, rainwater is collected on the roofs or grounds of buildings and houses. Just imagine that people are also making this. That means in cities, the people of the city, they are also doing this rainwater harvesting. How? They are making some, that means what can I say, doing this, then towns and cities, rainwater is collected, okay, at the rooftop or the ground, and what happened in their, that means buildings or house or flats. This is sent through a pipe to gardens and toilets in buildings. They are not using for their drinking, but they are using in different parts. Through the pipeline, they are using this at their toilet. They are using at the gardens also. So it is also sent underground through pipeline to become part of the, that means groundwater, and then it comes also as a groundwater. So this portion is very important because rainwater harvesting, you should know about this. Okay, so rainwater harvesting, it's a very important thing. Rainwater harvesting means we have to, that means save the water without wasting it. Save the rainwater. Now, the last portion. Water is such an important resource that we need to be very careful in the way we use it so that it is not wasted or polluted. Water, as I have told you, that water is very, very important for us, and it is that is why we should not, it is just like at the first, if you remember, I told you it's a wealth for us, so we should not waste it. Okay, and we should not pollute it also.